So why do jobs ask you for your ethnicity or your race?
I don't understand why on job applications they ask you if you're Hispanic or not. Like that is just one separate question.
I don't understand either. That has always baffled me. Why? So they'll ask you for your race and you put black or whatever, and they ask you another question: are you Hispanic or not? Bro, if I am black, how am I Hispanic? Also, why is it so important for them to know if you're Hispanic or not? Because that's the only they don't ask you for all the other races. Why is it so important for them to know if you're Hispanic or not? Why do we never question this? And this is on all the job applications, but we never question it. It's always bothered me. So I always choose yes, I'm Hispanic. And then what are they gonna do when I show up?
And then the next one is, what is your ethnicity?
Well, I always put that I'm white on mine every single
Do
time.
you really?
Because what you gonna do when I get there? You gonna say, oh, but
I don't understand.
That is right. In fact, I am going to start putting white. I've been putting Hispanic because like if they really want to, sometimes I put Native American because technically when they ask for they put African American in there, or sometimes they put black. What if I want to just put no option? There's no option for African, so I put Hispanic. When I show up, look at the shock in their faces. Now I'm going to start putting white and even get a bigger shock. They'll be like, and they can't say anything because that would mean, you know what that would mean? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think that means. Yeah. But do you know why? Does anybody know why? I don't want to do the research. I'm lazy. Does anybody know why that is a thing in America? And that's not just that. There's also the practice of asking you to fill in your past jobs and the job description after you just submitted a resume or CV for the people in the rest of the world. What the hell? I just gave you a resume that tells you where I've worked at, what I did, and then you want me to go and type all of that out again just to fill out Asia. I don't get it, and yet we do it anyway.
Understand why on job applications they ask you if you're Hispanic or not. Like that is just one separate question. And then the next one is, what is your ethnicity?
Well, I always put that I'm white on mine every single time.
Do you really?
Cheat code.
Because what you gonna do when I get there?
Right.
You gonna say, oh, but he's not white.
That's what I put too. All right, let's get into it. This one was just suggestion, so we're just gonna go right into it.
Black. I see mostly various shades of brown and tan, and in fact, some light-skinned black people are lighter than the darkest white people. Look how dark the people in India are. They're dark brown, but they're considered white. May I see the color chart, please?
That's right. Black people are really ever actually black. Let me show you guys what black looks like. This is the blackest thing next to me right now. This is what black looks like to me. This is what black looks like. Anyways, this is what black looks like to me. You want to know what white looks like? This is white. This is what white looks like right here. So he's absolutely right. Let's continue.
People of color is an awkward phrase that obscures meaning rather than enhancing it. What shall we call fat people? People of size? I also don't say African American.
People of size. I'm going to start saying that from now on. I am not fat. I am just a person of size. People of size. Oh my goodness. People of size. That's what I am. Why are you calling me fat? I'm not fat. I'm a person of size. You are a person of no size. That's why you're jealous. People of color. So there are people with no color.
Americans. I find it cumbersome and confusing. Which part of Africa are we talking about? Egypt? Egypt is in Africa, but Egyptians aren't black. They're like the people in India. They're dark brown white people, but they're Africans. So why wouldn't an Egyptian citizen who becomes an Egyptian who becomes a U.S. citizen be called an African American? The same would apply to South Africa. Suppose a white racist from South Africa becomes an American citizen. Couldn't he call himself an African American?
This actually happened when I was in basic training and went to AIT, Army. We had this South African girl, and she's from South Africa. White as the sun, South African. Her accent used to throw some of the drill sergeants off because they thought she was just, speaking with an accent. She was faking an accent. And some of them even thought it was kind of racist that she was doing that. It was sounding a certain way. And they would pull her aside, like, why are you talking like that? She's like, this is how I talk. Where are you from? Oh, Africa, South Africa. Like, really? Like, yes. Could she now check off African American on some of those job applications? Can she check off African American? Is she a person of color or a person of no color? I don't know. Because when they say people of color, does that mean white people don't have any color? The last time I checked, white is a color. Even though if you describe it, it's kind of like the absence of color. So yeah, maybe.
If for no other reason than just to bother black people. Is an awkward. And black people are rarely black. I see mostly various shades of brown and tan, and in fact, some light-skinned black people are lighter than the darkest white people. Look how dark the people in India are. They're dark brown, but they're considered white. May I see the color chart, please?
Show us.
People of color is an awkward phrase that obscures meaning rather than enhancing it. What shall we call fat people? People of size?
Show us the color chart. Show us the color chart. Because I think most white people are actually just peach. I'm just brown. Like, again, I don't look like that. Brown. Dark brown, maybe? Still brown. Chocolate brown. Still brown. So, yeah, me and somebody from India, just a few shades different. Some of them are even darker than me. So, yeah, this is not even a video that I was here to watch. See you in the comments and bye.